The Nameless Pixie felt a shiver run down her spine as she felt the flood of supernatural essence fill the room. It was alarming, stifling. The glow that flowed over her skin naturally dimmed slightly, and she balked at the fear that her own essence was draining. One by one, the Nameless Pixie watched her companions, her friends, fall to the floor, unconscious, all of them. She flitted to the elf with the pink and blue hair, stroking the side of her face fondly. Next, the elephantine man. Then the Goliath with the golden cracks in his gray skin. They were breathing. They were alive. She sighed audibly before turning to the elf with half a mask on his face. Something was different about his slumber. Something was odd. Gently, the Nameless Pixie fluttered next to his face on the left side, the side with the mask. She tentatively reached out and touched the metal. It was warm. It was alive. Ooh! She closed her little eyes and focused her energy. The Nameless Pixie poured her heart, intentions, and essence into the mask. She hoped that she might rescue at least one of her friends before it was too late. Now, who's ready for some D&D? Roll it! Remember when you gathered in a little hovel outside of Port Eckney? Julien found out a little bit of information about Willow and the voice in his head. Bran had a dream that turned into a nightmare. Ivor learned a bit more about his past self, and Gwen was the one who read him to filth for it. In our last episode, Julien learned a bit more about Willow Lostfeather. She had been plagued by her mother for most of her young life, who sought to destroy her because a voice in her head told her to do it. The mask informed him that it was all Julien's idea in the first place, causing Willow to ask him to keep his distance for the time being. After a lengthy discussion about the upcoming planar journey the party will take, Gwen made an incredible meal with the use of salt! A first for most of you, seeing as how salt is an unbelievably rare and coveted compound that barely exists in Melandria due to her lack of oceans. Later at the dinner party, Gwen tried to read Ivor and found herself turning into a brassy dragonborn before being flooded with several special memories of her Luxodon companion. Memories of his current life and presumably past lives. At one point, Gwen spoke with Phelon about Abby Jewel, a person who may be a potential part of the Boiling. She discovered that Phelon had fallen in love with the halfling and now feared the consequences of revealing her true self. But speaking of consequences, in the wee hours of the morning, Bran found himself in a landscape of dreams where he was confronted by Mythier himself. When the god attempted to warn him about the path he and the others were on, the dream turned into a nightmare. Bran got a bit defensive, and Mythier did not take kindly to this. He threatened the Goliath with the consequences of his actions. Bran awoke to a scene of chaos, Gwen crying out for help as she stood over the silent boy and Aisling scrambling from her top bunk. The boy couldn't be shaken awake, and Bran informed the party that he believed Mythier might be responsible. Sidhay then entered the room and was abruptly overcome with confusion. Guinevere caught him before he could hit the ground. Something became very clear to everyone in the room very quickly. Mythier was here, and he was not happy. And that is where our story continues. Yay! So, in this frozen moment, these precious seconds that tick like individual grains of sand dropping through the narrowed neck of an hourglass, Guinevere rested on the floor, cradling a barely conscious Sidhe in her arms. Phelon began to rush to her father's aid, her eyes filled with distress. Julien and Ivor towered over the two, exchanging glances of confusion and fear. Aisling held out a glowing hand toward the silent boy who seemed to be overcome by a deep, unnatural sleep. Willow snatched up her bow and notched an arrow as she cautiously took in the room around her. And Bran. Bran had spotted the dark elf Mithier. His arms were folded stiffly over his waist, hands concealed beneath his sapphire sleeves. He watched the party with callous black eyes, his brow drawn in a glower of unwavering consternation. Finally, his eyes landed on Bran as he said in a low, threatening voice, "Consequences for your actions." In the span of 1/10 of a second, blackness fills your vision as each of you drop to the ground into a strained state of unconsciousness. Hours, days, months, years, decades seem to pass as you all are suspended in a foggy facsimile of time. Now, what comes next is going to happen in increments, so bear with me, folks. Don't do it yet, guys, but I'm going to have everyone take off their headphones. Everyone except for Steve. I will describe what happens to Ivor and give you a chance to respond. Then I'm going to tag the next person through chat, and Steve will have to take off his headphones, and the next person put them back on. So pay attention. So on and so forth.
We're going to have to hide the chat then on the screen. I guess I can put a box over or something.
No,
watch chat to know when you're up.
That's when I'm going to tag you in.
Oh, okay. I didn't want spoilers from chat.
Yeah, chat, just try to keep spoilers to a minimum. Oh, hi, Elia. I didn't even see you were here. Hi, hello. So yeah, everybody get it? Everybody good to go?
Yep.
Josh gets it. Okay. Headphones off. Ivor.
Yes.
You feel the temperature around you change dramatically. The heat seeps into your skin like a welcoming balm that you haven't felt in over a decade. It's so much hotter than you remembered, and you feel an involuntary smile light up your face. You stand in a feverish mound of sand, the granules pleasantly slipping between your toes. Harsh rock looms above you, the mountainous range of red rock that your tribe has called home on many occasions. The shade prevents the sun's rays from prickling your skin, but the air is acrid and light. You can breathe. You're home. The desert. Striking desert heat. It's amazing how great it feels once you get used to it. You turn and see a muscular human resting on a rock next to a gargantuan longsword that has been thrust into the sand. He smiles fondly at you, beneath a mop of unruly golden locks that cascade from a mohawk on the top of his head and into a perfect braid that reaches his lower back. His blonde beard is knotted and plaited into one giant mass, traveling over his well-defined abs and stopping just above his belly button. He wears a simple pair of blue and silver plaid breeks, held together with a golden rope at his waist. But the rest of him is bare, amplifying his athletic build. His brown eyes and soft features are accentuated by an easy smile that you find oddly reassuring. It's good to finally meet you, Ivor.
Good to meet you too, stranger in desert.
You don't recognize me?
Here? Should Ivor?
Well,
Ivor has met a lot of people.
Let me introduce myself. Of course I'm a fan. Hi, My name's Angus. I am the god of love and war. And I've had my eyes on you, buddy.
Oh, hello, Angus. Really, you have been watching.
Of course, you're one of the strongest warriors in the realm. Not the strongest, but, one of them.
Oh, that cannot be true.
Well, I got a couple of names on the list, but little secret for you, you're my favorite.
That is right. Yes! Ivor is best. You are a smart man. Also, quick question. What are we doing here?
Oh, don't worry about it. You're not actually here. Just a vision.
Oh.
A nice place to meet up and have a chat.
Okay. Hello.
So, I've heard through the grapevine. Might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Says who?
Well, Mythier. Sounds like he had a bit of a conversation with your buddy Bran, and Bran may have said some things that were a little inflammatory. And while I love a good fight, I really love a good fight, buddy, this isn't one that you're gonna want to do.
Bran talked to Mythier.
Yep, he talked to him just this morning.
Well, okay. What did they say?
Well, Mythier was trying to have a conversation about, the dangers of the path that you're on, and, Bran, it sounds like he offended him, really.
That sounds like Bran. He is low-key ominous.
But Mythier gives a good point here, Ivor. The plan that you guys have come up with, not gonna end well for Melandria. It is gonna put so many people in harm's way, and a lot of people are gonna die. A lot of innocent people are gonna die.
You know about Kruinyog. What is deal with Kruinyog? Why did we leave?
There was some danger there that was pretty fucking unavoidable, if you ask me.
What danger?
A danger that you don't need to worry about, because we got you away from it.
But, why do you not answer? Just simple
I did
question,
answer.
Simple answer.
I did answer, it's just maybe not an answer you were hoping to hear. But I can tell you this, it was, threatening the entire realm, and a good portion of the rest of Kruinyog, but there was only so much we could do in the little amount of time we had.
Who were you before Melandria left?
Angus. That's me.
Yeah.
Always been me, always will be me.
Sidney said that you were not gods before. What were you?
Oh, no, we weren't. I was a pretty well-known warrior back in Kruinyog. I was, known to, take care of my enemies pretty quick. Usually striking in the dead of night. Just depends on the situation, of course. I was pretty well known.
Why were you chosen to become god?
Oh, I was chosen to be part of the integrity of the Nine. Not necessarily chosen to be a god, but I'll tell you, the side effects of the spell that we enacted made for a pretty darn excellent amount of power. Now, that's not my motivation as it might be for some people. It's not. I don't want to keep Melandria in this state to maintain my power. I want to keep Melandria in this state because there's nothing but danger out there for us.
How do you know Kruinyog is still dangerous?
That's the nature of the place we're from, Ivor, unfortunately. It's a hellscape.
Ivor is from Hellscape. Well, big deal, big whoop.
This place? You think this desert's a hellscape? Nah, friend, this is nothing compared to Kruinyog. That place is hopeless.
Why will you not tell Ivor what was wrong with Old World?
Listen, The details of that situation are pretty important to maintain. You see, if everybody knows about it, then it just ruins everything, Ivor. It just ruins everything.
Ivor will not tell anyone. Also, why does it ruin everything? Ivor is very confused, and Ivor is a smart person.
If I tell you the reason, then you'll know.
Yes, that is why Ivor is.
It'll be a problem. I can't tell you the reason because then you'll know the reason, and the reason's the reason that you're where you are.
It is cognitive hazard.
Have you ever heard the phrase, knowledge is a burden?
Way too many times.
Well, that is true. Once you know something, Ivor, you can't unknow it.
Ivor has sometimes drank to unknow things.
But let me get to my point.
Yes.
I need you to understand that what you are doing, what you and your group are trying to do, is going to bring nothing but destruction to Melandria, and probably destruction to Kruinyog as well. And I know this for a fact, because I've seen it.
How do you know? Have you seen future?
Yes.
How?
Well, I'm not going to go into the intricacies of what I can and cannot do and what my associates can and cannot do, Ivor. Listen, regardless of what you believe, the power dynamics here are a bit different. But I need you. I need something from you. I need a favor.
Okay.
I need you to admit that your plan is maybe not the most thought out, and I need you to rescind or take back, if you will, your willingness to help your party. And I'm going to give you just a moment to think about that.
You want Ivor to forsake Nutbreakers and give up on plan?
Yes, I do, Ivor. It's a big ask. I know it, but I need you to think about it, okay? I'm going to give you a minute. And as he says that last part, he just disappears. Like, he vanishes. And you are left wondering what is going on. And that's going to bring us to our next person here. That's going to bring us to Ray. They're getting their headphones on. Steve, I'm going to need you to take yours off.
Bye, everyone. Love you. Have fun.
Yeah. Hi. Hello.
Hello, Gwen. As you fall into your deep sleep, you hear the gentle sound of birdsong before anything else registers. The sun dapples the lush vegetation, blotted out occasionally by the leaves and vines of the canopy above. The wind rustles through them like a glorious whisper, gently surging through branch and bough with natural purpose. The smell of the forest fills your nostrils. Dirt, chrysanthemums, the scent of a coming storm on the breeze. You instantly know where you are. The cabin is there. A living room, kitchen, 2 bedrooms, small. Father had inherited the home from his parents long before you were born and had always been here, as far as you know. He's not here, you know. You turn and see a dark-skinned half-elf with flowing purple hair. She stares at you with stony green eyes and expression of doubt on her face. Her extravagant lavender robes are tousled by the wind, deep plum ropes dangling from around her waist into the ground. Her feet are adorned in darkened leather boots that appear to be fairly worn, and her expression is never changing as she approaches slowly. Hello, Guinevere. It's good to finally meet you.
Hi. I apologize, you know me and my name.
Yes, let me introduce myself. I am Halaron, the goddess of fruitful venture.
Oh. Nice.
Yes, it's, I've had my eye on you for quite some time.
Not every day you meet a celebrity, you know?
Yes.
What happened to me? Sorry, don't mean to interrupt you.
No,
You
go
obviously
ahead,
had a
ask
thing
your
going.
questions.
No. Sorry, I'm just nervous because I feel like I may have died.
No, you're not dead. You're safe. You're perfectly safe.
Right. Do I see anyone around? Any of the group or anything?
There's nobody. You realize the cabin is in a very secluded part of Aldonia, but you don't see any sign of your father, at least.
Gotcha. Okay. First of all, I guess, big fan of your work, as well.
Thank you. I'm an adventurer, and you have a very adventurous spirit, so I felt we connect on certain levels.
I get that. Trying to think of the best words to say in this moment, because I'm honestly a little befuddled. I guess the most important thing is everyone safe.
Oh, you and your party.
Yes.
You are all safely in your hovel outside of Port Eckney. No harm has come to any of you.
Oh.
And I would be quite upset if any harm had come to any of you.
I think I kind of spin a little bit. Oh, so this is like, oh.
This is
like
just a vision.
Oh, yes. I've never had one. Sorry, new to this. Wow.
I know. You are the closest person in your party to understand something like this. The space you shared with Phelon is quite similar, actually.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I feel like I could ask you everything, and I would still not know anything.
Well, let me tell you this before you ask any questions.
Okay.
Early this morning, Mithier had a conversation with your companion, Bran, in which things got a little heated. Mithier, you see, he cares for this realm very deeply. He always has. And he tried to warn Bran that the path that you and your party are on will lead to Melandria's destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Bran, of course, got a bit defensive from what I understand. But imagine not knowing what you don't even know, not understanding what you can't understand. Mithier sent me here to speak with you because he would like for me to rescind your willingness to help the Boiling, the Knot Breakers, as it were.
Okay. See, honestly, I'm so glad we're having this conversation. My first question, I just gotta make sure.
Yes.
A white Zinfandel. You would like that's your beverage. You would like a white Zinfandel.
I've been looking forward to this interaction. But no, Guinevere, I require no alcohol. I
know you don't
require no
require
sustenance.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know you don't require it, but that's the vibe. Again, it's not about what you would drink, it's about the vibe. You're giving me white Zinfandel. I appreciate that.
You are, I will say, spot on.
Yes. All right. Sorry, that's just for me. Bran pissed off Mithier. Well, out of all the things that could have happened, that was a probability. I've been wanting to actually hear someone else's side in all of this, so this is nice. Yes. I do want to just say that because, again, I don't know Sid Hay. I don't know really anything. All I know is that our world is in trouble. And I don't know if what is happening with these portals, with this kind of like spunky tiefling girl, and her monsters. Like, I don't know if this is some plan that y'all have divined or trying to align. Not my place to judge. But I am curious, again, in terms of protecting Melandria. What do you want to protect it from? What's out there that is so terrifying? And I come from a place of ignorance, I know. Like,
I'm aware. It's all right. You don't have to apologize. I can tell you that we left Cruinyog for a very, very good reason. And Cruinyog is now basically a hellscape. There is nothing but destruction, fire, and death. There is nothing left for us there. And what Mithier is trying to do is keep them out. You've already seen an example of this.
It all makes sense.
Miura got past our borders. And we're in the process of working out how exactly she did that. And how to plug the hole in the dam, as it were, before things get worse.
Right. Okay.
You, Guinevere, I would like for you to roll me an insight check, please.
Sure. Love insight checks. Help me, Jesus. Be better. I'm actually going to use a DM inspiration, please.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh my God, Gwen. Okay.
Thank you, DM inspiration.
Yeah, thank the rolling gods, because holy shit, girl. As you see her kind of telling you, informing you of this, her face is very serene and doesn't really change very much. But when she is speaking and says the name Mithier, you see a tinge of emotion in her eyes. You see like a twitch. And you're not entirely sure what it is, but you might surmise that it's something like doubt.
Very like, I just saw like the briefest bit of like someone who's got like a gun to the back of their head going like, yes. Like doubt in that regard. Like, I don't trust, like I can't trust.
Doubt, like she's not certain about something. Impossible to tell what, but she is uncertain.
Gotcha.
Do with that what you will.
Sure. So, I have a request for you to pass on to Mithier, and maybe we could, I don't know how long visions last, come to some sort of understanding here. Who knows what the others are doing right now?
Yeah.
But Mira is a threat. I hate her. I don't like her. I want her to go away.
I'm very much on the same page, Guinevere.
Like, that is like a premium thing that I want to do, and I know that my friends would agree with that. That's not a great thing that's happening.
Yeah.
This is so pretentious of me to ask. I am just Gwen. But can we help you? Can we look into this? Can we try to figure out how she got here? How she actually, like, manifested that? Maybe, again, I know that we were going to go to Cruinyog for other reasons, because Mithier already knows that, apparently. But, like, we could go to, like, recon and see, like, how she came from there. If she's come from there, we could go on your behalf. I know the motivations are a little shifted here. It could be a hard sell to the others, but...
Going to Cruinyog is out of the picture. It is dangerous.
That's a hard
beyond
no. That's a hard
dangerous.
No. Got it. Hard. Set your boundaries. I like that. Communication. We appreciate that.
However, you have made a good point. Taking care of Mira would be a wonderful middle ground. It would continue to make your group useful if that is the purpose you seek. And it would protect Melandria in the long run from a psychopath who wants nothing but death and destruction.
Yeah, I saw the display in Mythir City. Not a fun picture. I mean, I get she's an artist, but her medium is way off. Listen. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Sorry the language. But, I don't know if you're supposed to,
Oh, you may speak however you want.
How does it feel to be in the position you are? I'm sorry if this is an intimate question, but God, I don't know. Talking to someone who has been there, who's seen it, who's actually been through time and has seen multiple cycles and multiple people. How does that feel?
Guinevere, you and I connect on so many levels that it's difficult to express. I wasn't always a god. In my previous life, I wasn't even from Cruinyog, to be honest. But my name, Oleron, a name that was given to me upon my arrival in Cruinyog. The meaning is foreigner. And in your native tongue, of course. I could not think of a better person to connect with than you. Now, I'm going to give you a moment alone with your thoughts, and we will return to this in just a moment. And with that, she vanishes before your eyes, and you are left outside of the cabin to your own thoughts.
Is this an accurate, representation of the cabin, how it would be?
Oh, yeah. It looks exactly. Yep. All right. We've got Josh coming up next. Okay, Julien. Your ears ring with a low, smooth hum that rattles you to your core. It is intense and unpleasant, but you realize it must be all in your head. There is a complete and utter lack of sound, as if someone has stuffed cotton into your ears. It is stifling. You are floating in a void space. You've been stripped of almost every sense. There's no touch, no taste, no smell or sound. None of it seems to reach you. In fact, you look down and realize that you are not yourself, at least not as you know to be normal. In fact, you look down and realize that you have no arms, you have no legs, no body to speak of. You take up no space. You are merely nothing here.
Efficient.
But you can see. And despite the darkness, you can make out intangible figures, hazy silhouettes that course abstractly around, into, and beyond each other. Although they are not distinctly people, no discernible features to speak of, no hair, eyes, noses to define a recognizable face, but you believe they must be spirits of some sort. You see they are each these phantoms. They're made up of unique arrangements of colorful mists that swirl with inherent ease through the haze. Somehow you find this setting to be oddly comforting. The only other thing you can really see near you is a door. A wide archway made of glittering onyx. Runes and knots etched into the framework, difficult to see. There is a delicate natural glow that radiates from the door, an aura that partially illuminates an airy surface at the foot of the frame that might illuminate what could be interpreted as the ground. But there is nothing within the stonework, giving the impression of a gateway that leads to nothing.
He cannot reach you here, Julien. You're safe.
What can't reach me?
Oh, you don't know? You don't even have a guess? You could probably take a guess at this point.
Are we talking, Mythier? Did Mythier do this to me?
Oh, yes, to you and all of your friends. In fact, he and his friends are having some conversations with your friends, so it's a meeting of the minds, one might say.
It's mildly peaceful, isn't it? Is this your space? Is this where you reside?
That is such a funny question, you have no idea. But no, this is not my natural habitat. This is not where I am from.
Okay, where are we? Do we know?
Well, you did know, but you don't now.
Okay, can you tell me?
It's a fun little space, a secret space. The gods don't want anybody to know about this space.
Okay, so what can we do here?
Not much. In fact, I'm not even sure why we're here. I protected your mind. I protected you from him, and somehow we are here.
Okay, and you don't know how we get out?
I think we're trapped here until the end of time.
That sounds peaceful. I just won't have to fight anymore.
It is
or die.
peaceful, but not very productive. Not much we can do, seeing as how your body's apparently gone and you're just a little floating ball of energy.
Can I just zoom around with my mind?
I mean, go ahead and try.
Okay.
And as you try to move around, you move nowhere. In fact, like turning your head, as it were, it's like you can softly shift a little bit, but it's like you're stuck with a specific panoramic view. You're stuck.
Interesting.
But out of the darkness, you hear a voice. Why have you come here, Julien Fontaine? And your view shifts ever so slightly, and you're met with a mysterious figure who is almost completely obscured by an ever-shifting black mist.
Okay.
They wear gray robes that are tattered and worn, gloves made of pitch black lace and crow's feathers. A circlet of spun silver rests on their head, decorated in black diamond, hematite, and tourmaline. Their face is the only part of their body that isn't constantly obfuscated by darkness. Their skin is a pale blue and almost shimmering in contrast to the darkness surrounding them. They appear to be neither male nor female, soft features illuminated by blue eyes filled with curiosity. A strange black substance leaks from their eyes and nose, trailing down their face in a constant flow that is soaked up by the darkness once it falls from their chin. Although you genuinely feel no threat from them, they are definitely a harrowing vision to behold. You try to answer the phantom, but no words can form. You realize you can't breathe. You don't need to, but without breath, you have no voice. Then you hear, Fëanor, mighty celestial of divine transition, I've come here to pay a grand debt. Suddenly, you realize you're not alone with this creature. You see another phantom. And realize that Fëanor, as you now know, wasn't talking to you at all, at least not the you that you are now. They were addressing a figure who has appeared, looming in the onyx doorway like an oncoming storm. You recognize the stark white hair, the azure eyes. You are staring at a version of yourself, a past self, a younger self. He stands with confidence and determination. His jaw is fixed and his fists are balled. And in your mind, you hear,
"Ah, I see. This is a memory."
Yeah, I kind of was figuring that. So this is my mind.
"It must be, dear Julien, and hopefully we're not stuck in here forever, because let me tell you, it's a hellscape."
Let's just not tell anyone how empty it is.
All right. I mean, there's more here. There's definitely more here. You're just gonna have to break down some walls. But as you are victim to the phenomenon like so many of us, you built them yourself.
You're a terrifying
Amazing.
being.
Well, thank you.
but your attention returns to the two figures before you, and you see Fëanor respond. A delicate debt, I surmise. Debt is a heavy chain around your throat, my friend. And the past version of you responds with a chuckle. Debt is like any other trap. Easy enough to get into, but hard enough to get out of. The apparitions and their voices gradually dissolve into nothingness, leaving you alone to ponder their meaning. And then the voice in your head says,
Memories are surfacing, Julien, one by one by one by one. They'll set upon you like a deluge, and you will be helpless to the merciless clutches of the past.
That usually turns into people going crazy, but let's do it. I'm excited.
Oh, you're so far beyond that, Julien.
Beyond crazy.
With that, we're going to fade out, and I'm going to call in our next competitor? What the hell? Not the word I was looking for. Our
Compadre.
next person. Yes. Thank you, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. How you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, just to let you know, we might have to take a break in the middle of our conversation, but we'll get as far as we can get.
Okay.
So, Bran, you feel the frigid air crawl over you and the soft fractals of snow landing on your skin. You feel the stillness of the forest, a simple, comforting quietness that you haven't felt in a while. The branches of the pines around you droop with the weight of the white blanket that engulfs the landscape. Even the wind overlooks this area with disinterest. You know, in an instant, you're home. The chill is a reminder of what you've left behind on this journey. You see all of the tents of your tribe, made of animal hides, just the same as you'd left them. There are small campfires at regular intervals on the traveling paths in between, but oddly enough, none of them are lit. In fact, you don't see anyone around at all. No footprints in the snow, nor the sound of laughter. No children or hunters discussing their next conquest. Your home is empty. I figured this would be as good a place to speak as any. You turn to see Mythier, the drow figure that has become a basis of your newest nightmares. His face is stoic, calm, and serene, although you sense a touch of fire, barely hidden just beneath the surface. We are safe to talk here. You and your friends are safe, I can assure you.
What happened?
I decided it was time for all of us to get a chance to know each other just a bit.
Okay. Are we actually here? Like, where
No.
is everyone?
No, this is a mere illusion that I have conjured in your own memories. We're inside your head, Bran. I wanted to tell you that you're right. You have not taken any actions against the gods just yet. But I would like to make the distinction, since I know what you're planning, that a plan to take action is as much of a threat as the action itself. I think you can understand my position on that.
Well, yeah, I think, I understand what you mean. If you, tell someone you're gonna go out fishing, you expect them to go and catch some fish. You expect them to man a man, you think they're gonna kill someone.
I'm unfamiliar with that term, but I must inform you, Bran, that what you and your party plans to do will bring Melandria to her knees. We came from Cruinyog to escape an incredible danger. A danger that nearly destroyed us. While I don't feel it is prudent to explain exactly what that danger is, I need you to trust me when I say that if you are successful with bringing Melandria back, you will bring her to a hellscape, and you will sentence every creature, every person in this realm to certain and painful death.
That doesn't, sound very good.
No, it doesn't. I would love to hear from your mouth that you would rescind your previous plans and set about doing something useful in the realm. Perhaps taking care of Mira. She's a great threat. She comes from Melandria, hence evidence of the hellscape below. And she plans nothing but destruction.
Well, that seems like a more actionable thing. Really, it's everything's kind of just been what I've been told. All I know is what I've seen, and to be fair, I don't even know if there was an option, like, what we were gonna do was actually gonna work. I mean, how would I know that there's another plane to go to? It's just someone's word.
Well, there was a lot of pesky digging into the past, and when you can only see small fragments of the truth, it makes sense to jump to conclusions. It's a mortal thing to do. However exhausting that is for someone like me. Bran, go ahead and roll me an insight check, please.
Ooh. That's
you
a
do
7.
have advantage on the screen. Not worth it?
Yeah, I'll use it. Let's see here. That was worse.
Wow. He seems to be, he seems to be pretty honest. From what you can tell, it's hard to see if there's any tells. Like, he's very hard to read. Very, very difficult. Your nature is to be suspicious of people in power, of course, but he's not giving off any, nefarious vibes. In fact, he seems more calm than he did in your first encounter. So, Bran, can we agree that it's time for you and your group to move on?
I want to say yes. And
Here, let me give you a moment to think, because you've learned a lot in the last couple of weeks. I'm going to give you a moment to yourself, and I will return shortly. And with that, he vanishes. Now, as you are left in this strange area alone with no sounds of your tribe meeting your ears, it is eerie and something feels off. Suddenly, you are confronted with the sight of a little yellow pixie flying through the trees. And as she approaches, you think, oh, Glimmer! That's Glimmer! But she gets closer and you realize her glow is more of a purpley magenta. And she lands in front of you and transforms. You see and recognize the beautiful elf with the mahogany pixie cut, a shock of yellow that refuses to hold any dye, and it flows down the left side of her face in a curl. Her soft brown eyes greet you, but you see panic. And she reaches out and grabs your hands and says, Bran, don't listen to him. Please, don't listen. But with that, we're going to take a quick break. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are. Bran standing with his hands being clasped by this woman that you've come to see in visions, several visions. And she says, listen, I don't have a lot of time. He does not know I'm here, but he could learn very quickly if I don't hurry. So, he's lying to you. Well, he's telling some truths, but he's lying in certain ways. I can't explain everything to you right now, but it is crucial that you go to that cairn and you go to Cruinyog. You have to go to Cruinyog. You and your party. Everything hinges on you, Bran. Everything. Everything hinges on what you do next. Do you understand?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But you cannot let him know. You cannot. If he figures out that you guys are still doing what you planned to do, he will be so incredibly angry. I can't watch you die again. I can't.
I don't know how to do that without keeping him from knowing what we're doing. Seems like he's always watching us, so...
Is there a safe space that you and your friends can go to talk? Somewhere that is outside of Mithir's view?
Maybe, but I can't guarantee that it is. I would assume that it is, but I don't know that it's foolproof.
Gwen's cask. He cannot see inside of Gwen's cask. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I have to go. He will be back soon. And before he comes back, okay. The Anianona Basilica. It holds the key to putting a stop to Mithir and his plans for good. Okay? Don't go there yet. He will know instantly if you go back that you know something. Don't go there yet, but you will know the time it is coming.
But before we go to the cairn or after we come back from the cairn?
Go to the cairn first. That is your top priority. Get to Cruinyog. Find Mudbones.
Oh, okay.
Gods, I don't even know if you can. I don't know if it's the same time, if it'll be beyond his time, if it'll be before when he landed. I don't know, but you have to try. You have to try. He will leave you a hint if you're ahead of his time. He will... Something has to change, Bran. We've spent 7,000 fucking years trying to get this fixed. Okay? We can do this. We can do this. We've never been closer. You don't understand. And she looks around and she goes, I have to go. I have to go. Please be safe. Please be safe. And she disappears, leaving you standing alone for a moment before Mythier apparates before you. Hello, Bran. I hope you made good use of your time to think.
I think I did.
All right. Well, if that's the case, I would like... Yes?
That group of people, are my group, my friends.
Yes.
I think they're going to be hard to convince to let this go.
I have others working on it.
Is there anything you can give me to, like, maybe help point them, distract them?
If you...
Can you give me some information on that might help me convince them? Like,
if you
can you tell us what the Karens are?
If you could direct their attentions toward Mira and take out that threat, the threat that is greatest to the realm, then everything will be fine. But we're not going to have this discussion alone, Bran. And as he says that, the vision of your surroundings fades away. Headphones. I don't think...
Well, I didn't get
everybody's
my
noticed.
question off. Or you
I'm
heard
sorry.
it and you just ignored it.
What? You? No. Oh, he heard it. He ignored it very clearly.
Get ignored,
All right.
noob.
So, are we all here? We can all hear?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Bran, Julien, Ivor, and Guinevere, you all find yourselves in your respective places that you were. No, I'm sorry, not Julien. Not Julien. My bad.
Oh.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
Just Bran, Ivor, and
shit.
Guinevere. The three of you find yourselves standing next to one another. And you are in the plagued ruins. You see the crimson blanket around you. But also before you, you see the god of many talents, Mythier. Next to him is the goddess Halloran. Next to her is Angus, the god of love and war. And the three of them stand before you as a fourth god appears. Grania, the woman with the pixie cut, mahogany pixie cut, and a golden curl that goes down her face. And they all seem to be fairly serene and put together. And Grania, Bran, you see, despite her stoic nature, she does seem to be a bit nervous. And Mythier looks at the rest of you and says, well, it does seem that we are missing someone. However, there are others that are joining now. And Guinevere, next to you, Phelon appears. And Ivor, next to you, the silent boy appears.
Oh.
And Bran, next to you, Sidhe appears. And everybody kind of takes a moment to take in their surroundings, looking around in confusion. And Mythier goes,
Ivor immediately, doesn't look around and just instead proclaims, "Where is Julien?"
well, it seems your friend Julien, while he is just fine back in the hovel, I can't seem to reach him. He's all right.
Sorry.
It seems that someone is keeping him from me. That will have to be remedied. The rest of you, however, myself and the gods around me, have presented you with some options. Will you, as a group, decide to drop this nonsense about going to Cruinyog?
No.
Wait, hold on. Hear the man out, Ivor. Jeez.
I would like to hear Ivor out. Why not?
Because you will not give information that we ask. Why should we trust?
Won't give information. And he looks to Angus, and Angus goes, Ivor, there's only so much information I can give you, my friend. There is only so much before it becomes damaging.
How should we trust if we do not know all information?
That is a great question. But look around you. Yes, Guinevere.
To kind of answer your question, Ivor, and to maybe have some sort of bridge amongst us here, maybe trust is earned. And again, listen, we all, I think, want the same thing in the long run. We're just having a really bad time with the communication part of it. You want to save the world, we want to save the world. We just have two kind of different ideas on how that should happen. Now again, we're all going off of what we know. But there is one thing that I did bring to all around here. Hey girl. You know, Mira is a problem. I think we'd all agree on that.
Yes.
Right now, she is threatening whatever you got going on, whatever we got going on. It's bad. She came from there, as far as we can understand.
Yes, she did.
Maybe we don't go to current. I get that's a hard no for some reason. I'd love to know why in more detail. But again, maybe we could still be useful to you.
I agree. You can. Take care of Mira and figure out how she got here, because no one should be able to do that. And the fact that she has, well, it does not bode well for our people. But in answer to Ivor and your inquiries, if I wanted to punish you for denying me my request, all I would have to do is allow you to remember everything. Allow you to absorb every conscious retrospect from the past 7,000 years and beyond. All of the lives you have lived, every instance of joy and grief, heartbreak and sorrow. It would destroy you within the fraction of a second. Your reality would devolve into a senseless puddle of overbearing scrutiny and confusion. But before your insignificant mentality collapsed in on itself like a dying star, you would see the danger. You would see just how close we came to complete destruction. And you would be grateful to me for rescuing you and all of the people you know and love in past lives and in your current. But I am not a cruel god. I would not enact such a punishment if you committed to dropping your inquiries and helping us instead.
Strangely enough, gang, I want to help them. Listen, I understand we're kind of at a, disadvantage in terms of disagreement, but hear me out. Just hear me out for a second. Sometimes you need to... Sometimes we can't think in one direction. That's all I'm just going to say. I don't know.
Ivor would like to insight Gwen.
roll an
whether
insight.
she really wants to help the gods.
Roll an insight, and Ray, go ahead and roll a deception or persuasion. Don't tell us which.
Sure.
Okay.
Kind of want to pile on that conversation.
Yeah, here in just after this insight check, Bran's gonna speak up.
17.
17. All right. I rolled a 13 plus 3 is a 16, so you beat me.
Is Gwen being
telling
honest?
Gwen is being 75% honest.
Like, as in, yeah, I want to help the gods, but,
all great lies are based in very strong fact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a bit
it's
of
one
an
of the
act.
and in her mind right now, the quickest
can't
way to
read your
spin
mind.
this. Yeah, I know. The quickest way to spin Gwen's spinning this for a reason.
Okay. That
All
was the
right.
main thing, is that this was
Gwen's got a plan.
a sort
She's
of
just
ploy.
Gwen has literally like
So, in short, Ivor, you kind of see that Gwen might have some tricks up her sleeve, that maybe she's not just fully agreeing 100%. You can tell that there's some gears are whirring. Bran, you had something you would like to add.
I think Gwen's on the right path here, because laid with the literal problem at hand, we kind of do have everyone might lose everybody to this Mira before we even have a chance to do anything. So I think our focus really does need to be on protecting our own land, our home, our family. Like, we got to do something about that. It doesn't seem like there's anybody else, especially if these three are telling us we're the people. It kind of makes it sound like there's not other people that can do it.
I am so relieved to hear this. You have no idea the
Do you have
despair
plan?
you could have caused. Plan.
to stop
Is-
Mira? Do you know how?
Mira has been apprehended. The peacekeeper has captured her,
a Lil.
but
When we
she's not speaking. And I think your group is smart enough that you can get her to talk. I
You don't
can
need to
see
get her to talk.
usefulness.
Oh, yeah.
Please speak your mind, Guinevere.
Yeah, you do
Hi,
not know.
Hi, I'm Guinevere O'Donnell, and something's up with me, and I can figure shit out. That's not
Wait.
even-
Do you guys not know what she can do?
Pause.
Yeah.
You feel Belon's hand on your arm, Guinevere.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need you to roll an insight check.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
That's a natural 1.
DM inspiration?
It seems Phelon is trying to comfort you in this time. This is a very, very nervous time as her fingernails are digging into your arm. You're like, oh, she's here for me. Oh, what a sweetheart.
I love you
Yeah.
too.
What do you mean what you can do, Guinevere?
Oh, they
Listen.
do not know.
Listen, hold on. I'm gonna take a moment and just kind of briefly look over all of them.
Read them.
I'm gonna point at Angus,
Read them.
Dark Logger.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna point at oh god, what's the
Grania?
pixie cut one? Grania. Tea, chamomile, honey, no alcohol.
Yes, that is actually, or that would be a perfect drink for me.
Yep, Mythir. And I'm just gonna take a minute and just drink him in.
He stares at you with a raised eyebrow.
No, yes, no, maybe. We're going wine, classic, last forever. Fortified, it's a brandy. It's not just a regular wine. This thing's got some girth to it. I'm gonna go with a Port Eckney fortified brandy wine. Smoked.
He grins. And his eyes kind of squint as he studies you. And then he looks at Phelon, who is clutching your arm. And then back to you. You wouldn't be here if you were not part of the boiling. And so far, you don't fit the description of anyone.
You know, I've heard that
Unless
before.
you're dead. You were dead. You survived.
Who? What? How? Me? What?
And
Hello?
you. He looks at Phelon. Oh, you tricksy little insignificant bugs.
Probably. I've been called worse.
You fooled me. Congratulations. You're the first in 7,000 years, and that is impressive. You aren't going to drop this, are you?
What do you... I'm very confused. You were like, again, this is... Okay. The dude and the dragon dude did this too, where it's like, ooh, I recognize this, but like no one ever... Like, what? Why? What did I do? I'm tired.
It wasn't you, but it was you.
That's not fair. What does that even mean?
Oh, it is. You must be the one and only Zenerva Mac. It's good to finally see you after all of these years, these centuries.
Zenerva Mac? First of all, badass name.
Well, yeah, Ivor likes that. That is really you. That is
Shit,
way
like,
better
I'm sorry,
than Gwen.
I get that this is not the moment for this, but damn, that is a really cool name.
Wow.
The Soul.
Oh.
Wait.
I don't know what you did.
Related
I don't know
to
how
Buffy?
you've achieved this, as he looks back and forth between you and Phelon. I don't understand. But I can assure you that I'm going to.
Okay. I like it. You're assertive. It's giving very, like, Daddy Dom vibes. I'm here for it. Listen, I don't know what history my previous soul did to trick you, but I will say this. You gotta be having fun. I mean, 7,000 years, it's gotta get a little stale, right? Like, this is at least interesting. We're at least giving you something to, you know... This has gotta be a little fun, right? I'm just curious. I want to know how you guys work. This is fascinating.
There is a moment of quiet consternation as he stares at you. And then suddenly, his face breaks into a very genuine, jovial smile. Well, as long as you and your party agree to stop looking into Kruinyog any further, I don't see why we should have any problems here. Yes, Ivor.
Ivor's holding up his hand.
Yes, Ivor.
Who is Zenerva?
That is not a pertinent question.
Yeah, I don't think it matters, honestly, Ivor.
Just keep saying that.
No, seriously, it doesn't matter. I do not care.
Well, if you agree, then I don't see any reason why I shouldn't return you to your bodies.
Ivor looks to Gwen.
Guinevere,
Mm-hmm.
your passive perception.
Mm-hmm.
You look to the left of Mythir and you see Grania standing there with her beautiful mahogany pixie cut.
Mm-hmm.
And her eyes flit to you and to Phelon and then back to you. And you can definitely see that she is nervous. And then in your head, you hear, tell him what he wants to hear. Just tell him. You'll stop.
Listen, not breakers.
Mm.
Quick team meeting with the three of us here. Julien is probably off playing piano, if that's his thing now. Whatever.
It's probably dead again. Who knows?
Man refuses to die, apparently. Who am I to judge? Listen. I actually kind of don't give a fuck about Kruinyog. The more I hear about it, the more I really just kind of am over it fully. Like, seriously. Like, there's literally, apparently, death and destruction. No, thank you. Girl comes from there and is literally like, I'm gonna free all of you. You're all gonna be free forever. And then, like, stabbing people in the head. Like, what is that? Why do we invest in that? I'm just saying, sometimes it's better to know who the real enemy is versus some, whatever in the past. I don't give a fuck. I'm just here to exist in the now. I'm trying to make new food now. I can't make recipes from the past. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just wild. Like,
Ivor was looking forward to visiting Nizlon and Griza.
We can still do that, but now again, it's not it's all about motivation, guys. Beforehand, we need to go to Kruinyog and blah 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 blah, whatever. Now it's, we need to figure out how she got here. We need to talk to Griza. Griza's probably important. She probably knows about travel and magic and things that we don't understand. If we're going to figure out Mira, we've got to just investigate kind of what we were doing, but now with the not going to Kruinyog at the after. It's all still connected.
Mm-hmm.
At this... sorry, go ahead, Bran.
I agree because I just feel like we... even dealing with Mira, that we should check on our families and, go to the forest, check on mine. Gwen, I'm not sure, we probably should go to the city and find your, baker, cook friend.
Yeah, like, listen,
and then, we can get to we can go see Griza and see what she has to say. I just, I think that is our plan. We should focus on that.
Listen, Alil knows that we're cool, like, and at that point, like, Mythir, I mean, again, I feel like people just, maybe I don't know what happened earlier or what even caused all this, but I feel like there was just some bad communication, probably on us. Again, we're a little small, you big and tall and, like, wise, we small, unknowing, so, like, I feel like there was just some bad communication.
Yes,
Ivor looks to Sidhay. How is he reacting?
He is staring at the gods, and he seems pretty emotionless. And when you turn to look at him, he turns to look at all of you. And he kind of shakes his head slowly and looks down, and then he says, whatever you need. But it's impossible to tell who he's talking to. And then at this, well, look at that. We're all on the same page. That's great, right? And he kind of nudges Mythir. He's like, it's great news. It's great news. And Mythir goes, yes, it's very encouraging to hear that we are all landing on the same page. But there's one little snag that we have to work out. And it's as simple as this. Your friend Julien could not join us here in this moment. So, you need to convince him to agree. Or, you need to kill him.
Okay.
Oh, Julien can't die. You're silly.
Oh, Julien can very much die. You should ask his brother.
He just keeps dying.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
Damn. That's a deep
What?
cut. Anyway, skipping over that.
Jesus, OG.
I know.
Fuck, dude.
Skipping
He's
over
got
that.
family.
That shouldn't be a problem either way, honestly.
You know what? I've changed my mind. In fact, when you get back, just kill him.
Ooh, wait a minute.
We don't need Julien for this plan, actually. You're better off if he's just dead.
Question.
And since I am your deity,
right, yes,
and I am supreme ruler, you'll do as I ask without a hitch.
Mr. Fantastic.
But,
not to question you
What
at
if
all.
we did get him to... I mean, what's the upside
No.
if we do get him convinced?
Julien has committed past infractions that I really find it difficult to overlook.
He really pissed you off.
Well, you see, Julien is feeble-minded, unmerited, and foolhardy. And he's doubted me, threatened me, insulted me, and while I'm not cruel, by any stretch of the imagination, I can assure you of one thing.
Right.
He will never expend attrition in my direction, no matter what he remembers at this moment or not. So, I'm going to put you back in your bodies, and you're going to kill Julien Fontaine as I witness. Or, there will be real consequences to your actions.
Of course. Can I, just for detail, do you want the death to be, again, this, I'm all about story, right? I want to know everyone's story. Like, do you want this to be quick? Do you want it to be like, oh no, we're doing this because Mythier fucking came for you? Like, this is from Mythier, you know, like, how do you want this to play out? Because again, this is your story.
To take your time or do it quickly, but make it painful. And with that, you all snap away from this space. Again, suspended in time and space for who knows how long, engulfed in darkness. Julien. You hear in your head, as you are where you are.
Uh-oh.
What are we doing? What's going on?
I have lived so long, and most of my life I've been pretty good at reading vibes. There's a certain energy in the air, and let me tell you, something has shifted. Something I didn't expect. Maybe you anticipated it in your own viewing of the future, but something has changed, Julien. We're in
So what do we do?
danger. We have to get back right now, before everything comes down crashing on our heads.
Okay. Let's go.
And you hear silence.
All right. Come on, let's go.
Don't tell me you don't know how to get back.
I didn't put us here. My gods.
I didn't
You
put
did.
us here. I did nothing.
You did. Are you
I did
sure
not.
you?
I absolutely
you
did not.
certainly did. Your subconscious brought us here, you nimwit.
I love her.
You know, calling names is not helping here.
And
I'm starting to panic a little bit.
With that, you are thrust from this space and you awaken to see your companions browsing next to you. You see Glimmer, who is right next to your face, looking at you with concern and then relief. Ugh. And she goes, oh,
Good
Okay.
morning, everyone.
Look, Oh.
What the fuck?
Ivor just had craziest dream. What the fuck? Oh,
Now, you
shit.
all come back to your bodies and you realize that you're on the floor in various painful positions for the most part because you didn't have a chance to just lay down. There is a strange silence in the room before you start speaking, and as you look around, there is a sudden shift in perspective. And each of you, with your passive perception, realize that there are 3 people still in a deep slumber. The Silent Boy, Sidhay, and Bran.
Oh.
Insurance. Interesting.
Aisling sits up.
Insurance for what?
What the fuck is happening?
Oh. It is
What?
only
Bran, wake up.
situation 32.
What's going on, guys?
Bran, wake up! Wake up, Bran!
Well,
Try
Julien,
slapping him.
Slap! I do. I was
Nothing
kidding.
happens. Nothing happens to Bran. He is just knocked the hell out.
I'm gonna pull out.
I do 7
Yeah.
damage to
You
him.
never pull out.
I'm gonna pull out. God damn you! Fuck you!
Dislocate his jaw.
I'm gonna pull out a bottle of wine. I'm gonna pull out 4 glasses. There's the 4 of us awake. Just gonna set them out on the table and just kind of look at Julien. Well, Julien, there's no really easy way to say this. You gotta die.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, so we all had same dream.
Yeah, that was not a dream, Ivor. That was a
What?
vision.
The fuck
Oh.
are you talking about?
Uh-oh.
Listen,
Gwen,
listen.
what are you doing?
listen. Hey, it's the way the dice rolled. Unfortunately, yeah, no, you are just ruining the story, apparently. Mythir is just like, ain't having it.
He does not like you.
So, listen, we've decided that, again, we're going to not go to Cruinyog. We're going to help Mythir instead, and actually, we got to kill you. That's crazy.
At this, Willow, who had her bow, she now aims it at you, Gwen, and she goes, "What the fuck did you just say?"
I think the alcohol finally got to him.
No.
Guinevere, we are not abandoning our quest.
Everybody calm down.
It's a business. Oh, we are so fucked. What the fuck are we doing?
Listen. Let's just say that this evening is going to get very interesting. Julien, you're going to die no matter what at the end of it, which is tragic, sad, horrible actually. But shouldn't we at least have a good meal before then?
I'm not really hungry, actually. I'm really hungover. But I
Well,
really,
food does help with that.
Julien, roll an insight check for me, please.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What the fuck?
I was about to ask if I could roll a performance. So, you know.
I had an 11.
Guinevere, roll a persuasion check. I assume.
Yeah. It's going to be a...
I think I see where you're going with this, and I love it.
Said what was it?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Thank you. 13.
Okay. Julien, this is the weirdest you have ever seen your companions act. And Gwen is... You know what? Maybe it's the alcohol, but then there's a spark in her eye. And you, despite the words that she has said, you realize that she has a plan up her sleeves. And sometimes you gotta take a big risk for a big reward, baby.
Well, you're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Might as well get it over with.
No. Hear me out. Listen, we were told we had to kill you, and it actually kind of needed to be painful. Like, you needed to suffer a bit, because, I mean, let's be honest here, you fucking suck, dude. What the hell is wrong with you?
I mean,
But
I can make us all suffer if you'd like.
I mean, we already are. And with that would be kind of like, if there's any sort of like extra thing I can add to that to be like, we already are suffering, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, play along, buddy.
He's reading ya.
I'm getting it. I'm
Okay,
reading it. I got it.
So it's like, listen, we were given that it had to happen soon, but we can at least have a quick meal. Again, I feel like I owe you that for whatever the hell we put us through the past few weeks. You cool with that?
I mean, I guess.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to cook for you one last time. Call it a, chef's last meal. To you, because you're going to die. Get it?
Great, yeah.
Die, get
Yep,
meal.
you are
Is that-
totally going to kill
cool,
me.
Cool. Glad we're on that same page here.
Subtle.
All right, cool. Obviously,
mean-
Bran is chilling out until we get the deed done.
Ray,
Let
I'm
me go
gonna
ahead.
send you a quick message.
I need to get ingredients. I'll be right back. Ivor, do you want to help me real quick grab some flour?
Yeah.
I do prepare a fireball.
I'm gonna need you to help me carry some flour.
Of course, strong.
Ashling, actually, I'm gonna need you to carry the 2 jars. Please, these really like 2 big jars of
Gwen,
honey. Can you carry
You're
those for me?
not going to harm a hair on his head.
Just, can you help me cook dinner, please?
They can try. I'm just kind of like flicking around fire.
Listen,
Willow goes, as Willow is observing all of you, she slowly lowers her bow and cocks an eyebrow. Like, she realizes something's happening, but she's not going to take action until she's sure.
Now, again, I'd hate that Bran's not here. He's so important to this. Mythier, hey, can we get Bran back at least? It's not a party without him. I know this is-
booming voice echoes throughout the chamber, and you
Please.
hear, "Get it done."
No, Bran was
Julien.
here from the
Yes.
beginning.
Please roll me a charisma save.
Uh-oh.
Guys, why can't
That'll
the
be a
gods
24.
Why can't the gods kill Julien themselves?
That's, again,
Those are little bitches.
Question.
I
don't
would
say that out
like
loud.
to remind you of something that you, Josh, may have forgotten. Back when you first arrived in the Plagued Ruins, upon seeing the Crimson Blanket yourself, for the first time in your very limited memory, you were hit with a vision. And while you didn't see the face of this person, you heard a voice tell you, "You know what we want. Hand it over and maybe I'll feel inclined to assist."
The same voice.
This is that voice. And you, despite any reasonable logical sense, feel a chill of fury rush down your spine upon hearing it.
Are you working with this person, Gwen?
Or at least coming to an understanding. Business transactions, these sort of things happen. But again, I just literally told you I love a good story and I'm all about the story. Like, Bran was here from the beginning. He's part of the Knot Breakers. It would really be cool if he was at least here in his body so that way we could, you could see it happen. Does that make sense?
Ivor needs
You're punishing
to know.
him too, right? Like, I don't know how this works with you guys, but like, come on.
Ivor needs to know Bran is safe before doing anything.
Please. God.
You hear the voice again as he says, I am Mythier, the primal god of many talents. I allow each of you to wake up every single day and continue scuttling about on the face of Melandria like the pathetic, minuscule, helpless vermin that you are. Your righteous indignation is unwelcome here. I may not be cruel, but I can assure you of one thing. Until I see obedience and true attrition, you will, all of you, experience the fullest breadth of my unforgiving acrimony.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a persuasion roll out of this, Ray.
Yeah, I'm starting to pick up on that a little bit there.
So let me get this straight. Mythier told you to kill me.
Yeah, I thought it'd be more interesting to keep you alive. I didn't get a chance to say it, but I was like, I think it's actually more interesting that you're here because you are that unknown and in a story. Because again, it's all about the story, guys.
Why doesn't Mythier do it his goddamn self?
When you're God, you don't have to do anything.
Guinevere, kill him now.
No, Mythier, you kill me. Come on.
Oh, God.
With that.
Josh!
What?
No.
She said I was filled with fury. I'm behaving as such.
You hear a sound that starts softly.
Well, fuck me.
It is so soft that it's almost unnoticeable, but you're waiting in that breadth of a moment for a response from Mythier. You don't hear his voice responding to you. You look over at Bran. He seems to be at peace. For a moment, there is a subtle, soft glow beneath his eyelids that seems to be gradually building. And you hear Mythier's voice as he says, I suppose he is the Seer after all. Then let it be so. Bran, please make a con save for me.
Okay. Were you going to send me something, or did you...
Did you send him something?
Were you going to send me something?
I sent something to Ray.
You said you were going to send something to Tyler.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Ray. I sent you something. I am so sorry, Tyler.
Damn it, that's literally what I've been doing this whole last... I'm gonna walk away.
Okay. Set charisma check.
This could have... 20 minutes of conversation could have been cut out.
Con save. A con save.
This
Gwen isn't sure if she can, but yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck!
What'd you get?
I'm gonna use a DM inspiration.
Yes, please do.
Because that was a nat one.
Wait. In this instance, I'm so sorry. In regards to this being a god, I'm not going to allow you to use a DM inspiration.
Fuck!
That's a nat one then.
Well,
in this
GG, everyone.
Knowing what I know now.
Bran.
DM.
I will give you an opportunity here in just a moment, Guinevere. You're going to want to take it. Bran, you feel a surge of energy jolt through your body like an electric shock that travels to your head. You squeeze your eyes together, though they haven't opened yet. Your face twists in agony as you shout out in pain. White-hot energy bursts through your head, the torment centering directly on your eyes. To the rest of you, Bran sits up crying out in utter pain. His eyes fly open, and you briefly see an intense white magic streaming outwards like a sunbeam before you are forced to avert your own gaze. Guinevere, I think I know what you would like to do. Now is the time.
In but a moment, Guinevere puts a hand on her cask. She looks up. For the briefest second, her ears are so long for no reason. And in a voice that none of you have heard before. Mythir, we're going to have dinner, young man. Go to your room while the adults are talking.
What the fuck?
And I'm gonna send us all into my cask, Bran included.
Enacting your boon that you received on Halloween, a burst of magic exudes from Guinevere, from her center mass, connected to her cask, and all of you feel yourselves sucked into that space, and the hovel is empty. As you arrive, you look to Bran, who is still screaming, but the light has dissolved from his eyes. And he looks around in this cask, in this private space, and you just see a burnt husk as the skin around his eyes is sizzling. And Bran, you can't see. Not a goddamn thing.
Bran?
Fuck!
So while this, I understand, guys, I understand that this sucks, but that Mythir dude literally
Julien?
can't touch me.
I
So-
want to throw up. I want to throw up,
Gwen?
Julian.
Good?
Well,
Yes.
Bran, we're here. Are you okay?
God damn everybody.
Aisling kneels down next to you, Bran, and she goes, "It's okay. I'm gonna try to heal. I'm gonna try to heal you, okay?"
I
she-
can't see.
She places a hand on the side of your face, on your temple, and as she does, you hear her skin sizzle, and she pulls her hand back. Oh fuck! Ow! Okay. What the fuck?
What happened?
I don't know. I tried to heal him, and nothing happened. What the fuck? Ah, fuck! Yes, Julien.
Can Julien go up to him and try to call out to the mass to try to help?
Yes. What would you like to say?
So I'm gonna think, hey there again. You said we were in danger. You were very correct. Our friend here is blinded. Could you use some of that power to maybe heal him?
Painful and dejected silence. For the first time since you have had this voice inside your head, it does not fucking respond.
Now you give me the silent treatment. I have been asking you to be quiet for a year. Thanks.
Gwen, where are we?
Welcome to my slice of heaven.
Oh, nice.
And they would look around, and for those who've never been here before, you see running water, crops growing, waving in some apparent wind, light from a source they don't really know, a smell of so many baked goods and meats and beer and fermentation, and everyone, this is my cask.
This is where you go. Oh, well.
So, Aisling busies herself trying to heal Bran, and it seems as she's casting Cure Wounds and Healing Word, nothing seems to touch this burnt flesh where his eyes used to be. And Glimmer is sitting on your shoulder, Bran, and she's like, I wanted to say petting. That's not the word. She's like stroking your cheeks and like giving you little hugs and
Caressing.
like she's trying to comfort you. And to the rest of you, she looks very concerned, very upset. And Willow goes, all right, okay, all right. Things just got a little amped up. Can somebody give me an answer to what the fuck is happening? What's going on? Why is Sidhay and the boy still asleep? Why were you going to kill Julien? Please explain.
You didn't kill Julien?
No, I did not kill Julien. I was never going to kill Julien. First of all,
Ivor knew it!
First of all, everybody, welcome to my cask. Again, like I said, I kind of am still shocked by all this and everything is fucked. We're not anywhere. We're not Melandria. We're not Cruinog. As far as I can tell, we're just somewhere else. The only thing that has ever been similar to me is when we stepped into a loose little door thingy.
Where
you can't reach
did you
us
get
here.
this?
I've just had it. It's a thing. Apparently, according to myth here, I'm probably some reincarnation of some like person that fucking tricked him 7,000 years ago. Either way, this is situation number 32. I'm gonna look at the Banfang members. This is situation 32. You go in for a sting operation, turns out, guess what? The guys there packing way more heat than you would expect, and they literally are in this idea that they hold all the power and you realize that you are stuck trying to hit your mark when you're surrounded by 50 people. It's like that, but from one person. We kind of were held hostage in the worst possible way by the most powerful beings in our current known realm of existence, basically saying, stop looking into Cruinog or we're going to literally destroy you all here. I did my best to, I told the truth, but I tried to redirect the focus a little bit to Mira. We were trying to make a deal to be like, hey, that's what's going on. But all of a sudden, Mythir and his infinite fucking bullshittery, they can't hear us in here as far as I know. This is literally...
Ivor is
they
going
can't.
to detect magic?
What's that,
did I-
Bran?
They cannot... He can't reach us here.
What do you mean?
How do you know?
Grunya, she said that he can't see us. This is the only safe space that we have to do any plans.
Oh.
That's what I
But
thought.
we need to stay. We need to stay on.
Thought.
We need to stay on path. We
Yeah.
need to go. We need to go.
Listen,
You talked
And
to
we're not
Grunya.
killing Julien.
no, we're not killing Julien. Bran, listen, buddy.
God, I love you, Bran. We're not killing Julien.
Real quick, man. Like, Bran, shit fucking sucks, man. You just got the worst fucking deal, and I am really sorry.
I brought it on.
No, you didn't. He's just an asshole. Stop it. Whoa.
Well, you didn't
Listen to
call
me.
the
Listen to me.
asshole. Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm gonna put my hand like on his shoulder so he knows that I'm close. Listen to me. Never apologize for standing up for yourself in front of an absolute fucking asshole. Yeah, he's won the fucking like battle. He ain't gonna win the war.
That's easy to say when you can still see.
Damn you! Come on, man. I'm doing my best here.
Okay,
I know, but how long do we?
How long
got-
can we stay in here?
Yes, Ivor was
I
just
believe we get a
wondering.
full
9
24
hours.
if
9
I-
hours.
9 hours?
I checked.
9 hours. It's exactly 9 hours, so about an hour short of a short rest. We have plenty of time to talk and try
We
to figure
get
some
a short
shit out.
rest anyway. So, or a long
So, like,
rest anyway.
A long rest, that's what I meant. So it's like,
also,
a little
Bran,
bit-
your 7 points are back because we get a long rest.
Oh, okay.
So,
As
yeah.
Sorry, real quick, as you guys are having this conversation, this moment together, Aisling, who is kneeling next to Bran, Glimmer still like on his shoulder, stroking his cheek. Aisling, Bran, you turn toward her. Something about her presence, you feel drawn to her as your head just naturally inclines in her direction. And it's the strangest thing you've ever experienced. You cannot physically see what's in front of you. But in your mind, a slow image begins to take hold. It's like every surface is smooth as shapes come into view and start to make sense, and suddenly you realize, even though you can't physically see, you are looking at Aisling in your mind.
Oh.
You see orange and yellow and white essence that makes up this figure in front of you. And it's like you can see through her, like into her, like she's ethereal. And from her chest, from the center of her chest, you see a little orb. It's white. And suddenly it begins to expand and grow larger as it moves up her neck and to her head. And as she looks at you, you make out the details of her glowing eyes. And the rest of you see her glowing white eyes. And she takes your hand in hers. And she says, Bran Greenclock, brave, wise beyond your years, integral. And she turns kind of to the rest of you and goes, you took a major hit today. It seems the repetition of history is unavoidable at times. And then slowly her head goes back to looking at Bran. You've been this before. You have dealt with this before. But you were not called the Seer for no reason. But that's a story for next time.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. So new art for Bran.
How long were you sitting on that?
New art for Bran. Scratch out
New
those
art
eyes.
Yes, I'm so sorry, Tyler. Trust me, it's gonna be fine, probably.
It's
Listen,
fine.
I
You're
find
just
it-
getting true sight.
Why isn't Mythier trying to do it himself?
That's
Very
the question.
confused by
Maybe
that.
this
That's
was
the question.
Mythier trying to do it himself, and we
That's the most he
interrupted him.
can do. I don't think he can touch the ons,
Oh,
y'all.
God.
I don't think he can touch the 9.
Man, I want y'all to know there was so much that, like, I know I was acting like a crazy fool, but
Just
have a
trying
reason.
to build to that getting everybody into the cask. Yep, that
Yeah,
was beautiful.
I was saying, like, we were in our private chat. It's like, it might be cask time.
Yeah, it was cast time. I do apologize, Gwen. I thought I said, Ray, I'm sending you a message, and I must have said Bran. I am fucking losing my mind.
I was waiting for it.
I'm
I was
so sorry,
I was planning
Tyler.
on doing it. I was planning on timing it. Like when I was saying, okay, Ivor, you grab the flour, and Aisling, you grab this honey, and I was going to do it at that exact moment because according to the blessing, that's where, again, like it's no one knows that you're gone in that time period.
Yeah, it's an
so
instant.
I was going to, that was the thought process. It just didn't play out that way. Sorry, Bran. you
That's
lost your-
fine.
Well,
they still won't
It's
know.
fine.
Or will
Listen, everything's crazy. Y'all took a major hit, like Dryan said. Also, Dryan was able to get to you in the cask. Interesting. That was not a DM mistake. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I had a wonderful time. I certainly hope you did. And folks, until next time, you know what I'm going to say. Sláinte!
Oh, shame! We didn't die yet!
And we're not killing Julien.